Hi guys, so today we're in Bowden, Cheshire, working with a young Collie German Shepherd cross, 9 months old, who is absolutely, or was absolutely freaked out about going in his crate, purely for sleeping purposes at night. The reason being, the owners, Edwina and David, they stopped using the crate at a too early a stage, and Cody has now pretty much chewed every single piece of wooden furniture in the kitchen and dining area. So we're trying to reintroduce the crate. I think the only reason I can think that he would now be super afraid of the crate is he's a fairly high energy dog. He gets plenty of exercise, that's not the issue. But the crate was introduced into the kitchen area, crash bang wallop, it was on a tiled floor. Cody's gone, whoa, I'm not going anywhere near that, forget it. And literally, you could throw high value reward in there. When we started working with him, he would creep into the crate, but then he would just reverse out. What we started to get from him was, we started to get him to go in, and I wanted him to curve his body and walk out very naturally, so he went in and he actually turned around and came out. That was fine, that's all I wanted him to do. Now we're at a stage where we've put on inside for going inside the crate, command on. We're still using some high value reward, but not as much. And now we're getting him to sit calmly in the crate. He's not freaked out if you run your fingers across the bars of the crate like he was when we first started. He was very, very sensitive to it. Any noise from the crate at all freaked him out and he just escaped. We're now at the point where we can shut the crate door. I'm going to show you what we've been doing. I'm going to sit in front of the crate with the dog. We're going to use we may use the tiniest bit of compulsion, so a little bit of touch with the fingers just to guide him, but probably that's not going to be necessary today. He seems to have got the idea. We've had him laying down in the crate, which we're going to show, and hopefully by the end of the video, it's only going to be a brief video, hopefully. I'm going to leave the room. I'm going to come back in the room, I'm going to reward him for calmness. Literally 30 seconds. Once we can get to the point where this guy can be left for 5 minutes in the crate, nice and calm, with a little blanket over the top of his crate, the problem's pretty much fixed. If you can leave him for 5 minutes, you can leave him for an hour, or you can leave him overnight. Let's see how it goes. Cody, in. What's this? Inside. Oh, what a good boy. So, what we've done here is we're teaching Cody that the inside is for going into the crate, and he sits quite nice and relaxed. He's more relaxed now. He was a little bit sensitive when we had Patrick, the photographer, so we set the camera up on its own. So a new person caused him some stress. He's showing no signs of stress now in the crate. He's back to normal, okay? So he wasn't freaked about the crate, he was freaked about the person. So what we've been teaching Cody is to relax in the crate and put his backside at the far side of the crate. Because any noise at all, including the door catches being locked in there, he'd just simply freak out. And I've just been giving him, we got some high value reward. A little bit of liver cake here, nice and light, low calorie, tasty. And when we open the crate door, what should occur is that he shouldn't bolt out of the crate, he should sit there relaxed. He's just expecting something good to occur in conjunction with the crate. Now what we're heading to here is, I'm heading towards, if I wait long enough with this guy, what happens is he lies down. And what I'm after is, I'm after him going into a super, super relaxed state in the crate where he lays down and he's waiting for something to, there we go, he's already done it, okay, so that proved the point. Edwina's at the back of the room outside. So I'm going to reward him for the laying down. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to repeat this exercise with him maybe once, twice, and I'm actually going to get to a stage, hopefully, where I can walk out of the room. As I say, Edwina, Cody's owner, is out of sight, so she's not going to be a crutch to him. I'm going to walk out of the room, so basically, as far as he's aware, there's no one in the room. I'm going to walk out for maybe 20-30 seconds, and as you can see, nice even pant. It is a warm day, so I would expect for him to be panting anyway. His ears are up, he's quite happy, he's not got his tail tucked, his body's curved, he's gone side saddle and he's nice and chilled. I'm going to reward him again for that. Good boy, Cody, well done my boy. I'm going to open the crate door, and I'm not standing as a total barrier to him, but I'm just staying relaxed in front of him. He's staying in the crate of his own choice, he's not making any escape at all. So, the proof in the pudding is that if he wasn't comfortable at all with this process, then he wouldn't offer any of this behaviour at all. It has been a major problem getting him into the crate in the past, and So with him staying in there of his own volition, I'm going to go try and do the whole process in one hit, where I'm going to shut the crate doors. Always, if you're going to use a crate, especially this type of crate, make sure you close both catches. You don't want the dog sticking his paw through the bottom and getting his paw trapped and doing any damage. That's end of story. You will never use a crate again with that dog. So I'm going to now leave. I'm going to go outside, maybe 20-30 seconds, and then I'm going to come back. I'm going to reward him handsomely with something tasty, and then I'm going to open the crate and give him the come command and ask him to come out of the crate. So we'll see how it goes, guys. I was taking a sneaky peek round the corner. Cody couldn't see me. Good boy, Cody. And what happened was that he stayed totally relaxed. He's alert, but he's relaxed, he's chilled. He never moved, his tail's not moved. He's not panting excessively for the weather. His ears have not dropped, flattened out. He's not showing any signs of stress. I'm just going to shut this door. And just one more time. Otherwise. So nobody's restraining Cody from coming out of the crate. He's happily maintaining his position in the crate. So, as I say earlier, it was another person in the room that was freaking him out. He is that sensitive a dog. That is just his nature, his genetics, his genes. You can't change genes, but you can make the dog more relaxed about a situation or a crate, for example. Come. Good boy, Cody. Cody. So he's not stressing and bolting anymore. So I'm not gonna use inside. Good dog. So we do this. This is the process that I keep going through with this dog, guys. I want him to go in. I'm just showing him. I'm forming a slight barrier, but I want him to go actually inside the crate. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wait. I've just rewarded him for going in, and I'm going to wait him out so that when he lies down again, and he should lay down, because that's the only thing that's going to gain him any reward here. So it's partly behaviour and partly a little bit of training. So I let him kind of work it out for himself, what the thing that's going to work for him. And he's gone straight down again. He's just sniffing for food there, guys. He's not trying to get out of the crate at all. And there you go, he's gone straight to the back of the crate. His body is curved directly to the back of the crate. His tail's not tucked under, it's totally natural curve around his legs. His ears, he's up, he's panting naturally. Nice and even. So I'm going to reward him now for maintaining that position. I'm going to do the exercise again. I'm going to go for 1 full minute. Good boy, Code. I'm actually going to go out the door and I'm going to close the door too. If we get no reaction, the dog will get rewarded handsomely and then we let him out of the crate. End of exercise. Okay, so I believe Mr. Cody didn't budge an inch. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to see if he maintains his position again. And the more you repeat this with the dog, as I said in the description that I did at the beginning of the video, if you can get this guy to stay in there for 5, maybe 10 minutes maximum with no one in the room, remain relaxed, that's basically the exit is fixed, the problem's fixed. Because it's not the fact, the length of time you're leaving the dog for, as long as it's not, an unusual length of time, like 10, 12, 15 hours, you should never leave a dog in there for that long. The problem's fixed, because it's the fact that you're leaving him at all that is the issue. Cody, come. Good boy, Cody. What a boy. So clever. Yeah, you want some more? Good boy. So clever. Good. Inside. Oh, good boy, Cody. You're such a good boy. Straight into a down this time, yeah? Okay. So we'll repeat, and we'll repeat, and we'll repeat. Yeah, I've got a rustling plastic bag here, and I'm fishing stuff out. Because Cody's expectation now is that, if I lock this crate door, I'm going to go outside. So I'm going to up the ante. I'm going to do one last thing. I'm going to go for 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes. Normally I wouldn't push it this far, but Cody's showing really good signs of relaxation and just chilling out. So I'm going to just leave him. I'm going to go out really natural. I'm not going to have a conversation with the dog. if you've got a dog that's conceivably showing any signs at all of being freaked out by you leaving, the worst thing you can do is have a conversation. You don't want to tell the dog you're going to the superstore, the supermarket. You don't have a conversation because you end up reinforcing the fear. The dog already knows you're going to leave. The dog may be in the crate. Again, the reason for crating this guy is he gets a little bit stressy and a little bit. He's a high energy dog and he's chewed every single piece of wooden furniture in these 2 rooms. So we just need him to become comfortable with the crate again, which he was when he was younger. He's only 9 months, but when he was much younger, he was very comfortable in the crate. So he's never really stressed out before like this. So I'm going to leave. I'm just going to go, and I am going to shut the door. Okay, so Mr. Cody, you guys will know better than me. I was peering through the window in the corner, but you'll know as well as I do, he didn't show any signs of stress at all, okay? For him it's just like a big down stay. But what eventually happens with this guy, when the realisation dawns that he's not coming back right now, he'll end up laying down on his side and he'll just relax and go to sleep. So that's a good bit of practice. Now hopefully, my friend Edwina might do this on video for you and we're going to repeat it. So we've got Cody and Edwina the owner, and what she's going to do, she's going to do the exercise. I'm going to move the chair, I'm going to move to the back of the room, way out of the way. The dog's going to forget I'm here totally. And Edwina's going to simply give him the command to go in the crate. She's going to wait and then she's going to drop him a nice reward after the doors are closed. He's going to lie down. Once he's laid down, he'll have one single reward and then she's just simply going to leave. She's not going to have a conversation with the dog. He doesn't understand English. You can speak Dutch, you can speak Japanese, it's irrelevant. She's going to give him really good, nice signals, really calm signals and confident signals. She's just going to walk out the door, just push the door to, and she's going to just go stand out of sight 30 seconds to a minute. Okay, so that's the next stage. We're going to actually get the owner to do it, not me. Okay, here we go. Give it a second.
Cody. Cody, come. Inside. Inside. Cody, come. Inside.
So as you can see, if you wait long enough, let the dog work out the fact that it's relaxation that will gain the food reward, because it's very food driven, weirdly enough for a nervous, edgy dog. And then Edwina was able to leave the room for approximately a full minute. No stress, you'll see it yourself on the camera. Job done for today. So we're going to finish on that. That's a big win. But this guy wouldn't come anywhere near the crate. If he had the crate, if he even stood on the floor of the crate, freak out and run. Okay, that's a win. We'll probably do a follow-up with Edwina's permission, and hopefully we'll give you the fix, the 5 to 10 minute fix when we actually leave him. We go out in the garden as if we're just leaving or going out the front. And we'll give you the 5 minute fix. Clearly we're going to edit that 5 minutes, but we're going to be real honest about the time scale. So that's it. That's me, Phil, Canine Services Plus, and that's a big win for Mr. Cody today, just getting him to relax. See you later, guys.